Living it up at Walmart. Living it up at Walmart. And I'm talking about living in the parking lot. A lot of people lives in Walmart's parking lot. Not just Walmart, but lots of parking lots across the country. People live in their cars in parking lots. Basically homeless. But they do have their cars. They have some sort of shelter. It's not good. It's really not sufficient shelter. But people got to do what they got to do. We live in America. America throw away a lot of money, a lot of food. As we can see, the politicians, they get away with a lot of stealing. I just believe there is something that we can do to better help Americans. I don't live on the system. I've been working since I was a young man. And majority of the homeless population is working people. Was working folks. I don't judge people. We have a lot of people that judge folks that just look down. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with them? It's just the reason why they homeless is their fault. The reason why they ain't got nowhere to live is called bad judgment, poor decision and stuff like that. That's a bad way to be. But a lot of people are just arrogant like that. Just because you ain't never struggled and you always saved or whatnot, budget, had a good job, taking care, that really don't mean that you are not able to fall on hard times. That don't mean life is not able to throw you a curveball. That's why it's always good to be humble. You never know when you might have to go and ask for help. My heart go out to people. This company that I work for now, right now, I'm running a dedicated lane for Walmart. And I see it almost every store that I go to. I've been seeing it long before I started doing this. Walmart always have been a place for people to live in a car with some sort of, I guess, safety. You know how Walmart is, used to be 24 hours, nice big parking lots. You can bag up, and won't stick out, But now that Walmart got away from the 24-hour stores and stuff like that, it's kind of hard now. But people have to live in parking lots all across America. A lot of people live under bridges, in the woods. It's bad. It's terrible. Something can be done to help. We holler, we patriotic, we patriot Americans and all this, and we pledge allegiance to the flag and all this stuff, but is that just hollow talk? Politicians been stealing our money for ages. Politicians been living on the government, stealing, whatnot, for a long, long time. Why we can't do something to help cut down on the homeless population? Children have to live in cars with their parents and stuff like that. People fall on hard times. Some people are able to recover, some are not. Some are forced to live on the streets, on the bridges, in their cars if they have. This homelessness stuff just kind of bothers me because I see it all the time. They ought to be able to have a place to go and at least eat 2 or 3 times a day. I mean, we can much money and food America throw away. I go to restaurants. I be in places, I see stores throwing food away. Good food, just to get a write-off. It's hot, summertime. They burn up. During the winter, they freeze to death. And like I say, many of them have children. You could probably be all right by yourself. If I had to struggle, I think I can probably be okay by myself, but I got family, got children. Where's the love? Where's the love? We can cross our heart and pledge allegiance and all this stuff and holler we patriotic American and all this, but how far does it go? Do it go? Where, how far do it go? We holler we love God over here in this country, but where's the evidence? All the churches, every denomination, every religion, why we can't come together and do something to curb the problem that we have in this country with homelessness? And I'm not talking about the illegal immigrants, I'm talking about American citizens. I'm not against the illegal immigrants. I don't have nothing bad to say about them. But the issue with the border been going on for centuries. Greed is the issue, is the reason why we having a problem with the border. We'll always have a problem at the border. They been bringing these people over here, working them for cheap labor for centuries. For a long, long time. Well, I ain't gonna say centuries. But since slavery, American workers don't want to go out there and work in them fields in California, down in Florida, South Carolina there for $5 an hour all day long. I mean, they don't want to pay Americans the right wages to work them jobs, them back-breaking jobs. This where the problem lies. Look at the rich people that's bringing them people over here. Put the blame where the blame's supposed to be. Greed is the driving force behind the issue with the border, and will always be. Greedy folks want to spend less money as possible, but they want to make as much money as possible. That's the way greed operates. The border will always be an issue as long as America exists. Unless we just go cut ties with South America completely. And I don't see that happening. I do the best I can to help people. I always try to help folks. Get money out of my pocket, do the best I can to help people, but I just know and feel like that Americans can do a better job in assisting the poor. As much money is being taken out of Washington by the politicians and all that, then all the churches we have in this country, you're gonna tell me we can't get together and do something instead of making these pastors rich over and over and over and over again? It's sad what church has become in America. Nothing but a money grabbing. Nothing but a money grab. These mega churches and all that, they just use them churches for their personal pocket. All that money these churches bring in, Lakewood and all that, how much money going back in the community to help the poor? Hardly none. They'll throw something out there once in a while. We doing this for the poor. We did it just to make it look good. But them people them churches ain't spending no money. They too busy begging and taking in.